My message is short, sweet, and to the point. Thank you, Ms. Glendora, for extending the invitation to me to come and speak to you today. You said you don't remember some of them songs from Vacation Bible School? I remember all of them. Every song that you have taught us. Thank you to Brother Tub, Ernest Thomas, for making sure that I was straight and to be able to deliver my message for you today. Thank you again for allowing me to come and share some encouraging words with your youth, to your deacons, trustees, and all of you here today. To your shepherd of this church, Reverend Alexander and First Lady Alexander, thank you for your wonderful hospitality. To my pastor, the Reverend David Dr. K. Roseby of South Main Street Baptist Church, who always say, if you look good, I look good. So I hope I make him look good today. To my family, to my friends, everybody, thank you for coming and showing your support for me today. I am no stranger to First Baptist Church. As a little girl growing up, my sister and I attended Vacation Bible School here every single year, where Mr. Merlin Macon would pick us up on the church van, or Miss Gaynell taking us on church trips every year. I'm going to tell you, like my pastor said, I promise you I won't be long. When I was asked to speak months ago, God had already given me my message back here some time ago. Before I was sworn in November, many people doubted if I would be able to handle the position of councilwoman because of my size. My answer to them was, I don't worry about my size because I serve a big God. So because I serve a big God, there is nothing little about me. So I'm always gonna go big. With God, all things are possible. So because I serve a big God, there is nothing I can't do. So my title for you today is Go Big. I know your theme is education is the door that leads to liberation and success. But while yes, education does lead to these things, so if you're gonna do it, whatever you do, go big. We often hear this slogan all the time, but what does it mean to go big? Go big encourages us to be bold and brave and step out on faith. Step out on the path even if you cannot see where that path is going. You all are about to embark on different journeys in your life. Some of you will go to college, some of you will transition from middle school to high school, or from elementary to even middle school. Whatever it is, whether it's a new grade, take that journey in boldness and bravery. Whatever your journey takes you, go big. So how do I go big? I'm going to break it to you scripturally. From a little kid, we often hear these frequent scriptures quoted, but never fully understand what it means. So let's have a look. We hear the scripture, Philippians 4 and 13, recited all the time. Do y'all know what that scripture is? I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So what really does that mean? This means that if something I want to do, I can do it, and it ain't no stopping me. So if you want to become a doctor, you can do that. If you want to become a lawyer, you can do that. If you want to become a barber, hairdresser, scientist, businessman, you can do it with the help of God. Meaning God has already given you the ability and the power to do what you can do. All you have to do is ask. When you feel like giving up, he gives you the strength to go on. I remember growing up in what some may call an unconventional household. My grandmother raised my sister and I. My life was not a cherry field. As a teenager, I suffered depression because of all the trials and trauma I went through. As a kid, I faced 5 major surgeries, learning several times how to walk all over again. Statistically, I was counted out. But through it all, I remember I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. No one in my family had ever gone to college and graduated. This scripture simply means God has given you to become and overcome what you want to be. This is one scripture that I take to heart. It helped me many nights on a wet pillow of tears because many people looked at my short stature and think, how can she do the things she does? I asked myself, God, what do you have me to do? How did I get through high school and college by myself? Because I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. How are you going to become? How are you going to handle being the shortest elected official? How are you going to handle people? How will people perceive you? Will it be too much? What are people going to say about your height? I laugh and I say, you look at my height. I don't. And while you are looking at my stature, I'm going big all the way. You see, my yesterday prepared me for my today. What does that mean? All the things you are going through now or is going to go through is preparing you for what God has in store for you. Don't let what people say hinder you from what you want to do. Do not let nobody else's pen write your story. I'm going to say that again. Do not let somebody else's pen write your story. When you walk in a room, when I walk in a room, I walk in the room like God sent me. My head held high and focused on what's ahead. 2 Timothy 1:7. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. What does that mean? I don't have to be afraid of walking out on faith. God did not give you the spirit of fear, but the power to overcome whatever it is you are going through. You don't have to walk in the fear of nothing, meaning you don't have to walk in the fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of peer pressure, fear of what others might say, or even the fear of living up to other people's expectations. Fear of the obstacles in your way. Let me tell you, an obstacle is only an opportunity or a catapult to get you to your next level. They don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it, walk around it, walk through it, or doggone, just go straight on through it. Don't allow fear to stop you from doing something, following your dreams. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you a future and a hope. Before you were born, God had already formed your path. His plan is to prosper you and not to harm you. Meaning sometimes you will have to bend, but I promise you, you will never break. Meaning you have the power to go big and not settle for anything less than big. Meaning you don't have to take the crumbs or settle for what somebody give you when God is giving you the power to create your own bread. I don't have to settle for what you give me. I don't have to settle for what you think of me. God has promised me not only a future, but a future to prosper you all. And you should walk in it. You don't get to dictate my story. Don't let nobody dictate your story. Again, don't let nobody else's pen write your story. These next scriptures are scriptures that I speak over my son every morning when I used to wake him up for high school. And if you ask me, he probably can tell you some of them. He can't tell you all of them because half the time he was asleep. But we have to speak over our children, parents. Deuteronomy 28:3. Blessed shall thou be in the city, and blessed shall thou be in the field. That means God's blessing will cover you wherever you go or whatever profession you choose. God's favor is upon you wherever you go. Deuteronomy 28:12. The Lord shall open unto thee his good treasure, the heaven to the rain unto thy land in his season, and to bless all thy work in thy hand, and shall not lend unto thee, and shall lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow. Meaning God has promised he's going to give you the best. Not only give you his best, but everything you're going to do is going to be blessed. You are the lender and not the borrower. You shall not walk in lack. God will give you everything you need, so you don't have to go begging no one. Scripture says, I have never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging for bread. Deuteronomy 28:13. And the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail, and thou shalt be above and not beneath. This means God has ordained you to be a leader and not a follower. You are the head. You follow after God. You don't follow what somebody else does. God has made you a leader. And in my classroom, a lot of times my kids used to get in trouble. And I say, why'd you do that? And they say, well, such and such did it. And you know, as parents, what we say, if such and such jump off a bridge, you gonna do it too. You have to speak like a leader, walk like a leader, talk like a leader, stand and hold your head like a leader. This job is for me. I will become a doctor. I will be great. I will be somebody. God didn't call you to be the tail. You know what the tail is? At the end, meaning last. You don't have to accept nobody's last. They can treat you how they want when you are the last. Church family and parents, in order to produce leaders, we have to pour into our children. We are raising young kings and queens, and we must constantly pour into them because if we don't pour into them, the world will. And what the world has to pour into them is nothing good. We have to go back when the church was part of the village. We have to help mold our kids. Now, some just turn their heads and noses up. As a village, we are responsible for encouraging them every chance we get. We have to speak kindly to them. We have to help them. We are in a church full of successful people who can show our kids how to be successful. Parents, we have to pour into our kids daily, encourage them, build them up because this world is ready to tear them down. We can't let the streets have our children. I'm going to say that again. We can let the streets have our children, especially our young black men. I see so much going on in this world today, and we must continue to cover our kids in prayer daily. We have to learn to speak life over our kids. We have to speak against depression. We have to speak against suicide. We got to speak against confusion. We have to speak against bullying, self-esteem issues, alcohol and drug use, and declare that the devil can't have our kids. We have to bind up any attack and trick of the enemy. Sometimes we wonder why do kids act the way they do. Have you ever just stopped and taken the time to talk to them? Parents, we have to be our kids' biggest cheerleaders, or you can be their biggest breaker. What we say to them can make or break them. They are constantly watching us, watching everything we do. So we have to make sure we are walking upright. They are watching even when we don't think they are watching. My little niece, I keep her during the week. And as I was getting ready for my meetings this week, I had to change clothes to dress it well. And I'm sitting there getting dressed, I'm sitting there waiting on my meeting. And she come out the back room, dressed like me, saying, Auntie, I'm dressed like you. We're going to your meeting. It touched my heart that my 3-year-old niece wanted to dress like her auntie. So what I'm saying, children are watching. Children are watching. We have to be that example for them. As a teacher, an elected official, I dress my part every day. Someone asked me, why do you always have to be so dressy? Even during the last days of school, I dress down. I dress. You know why? Because representation matters. Representation matters. I want my little black girls to see someone who looks like them represented in a positive way. To see that we are more than bonnets and pajamas. I want them to see somebody to look like them. You know, our kids are impressionable, and I want to make my mark on the kids or whoever I come in contact with. We have to make our mark on them. Sometimes we are all the good that they see or come in contact with. When you go out in public, I go big. And anything I do, I give it my all. Young people, whatever you do, give it your all. Give it your best. Go big. Dream big. Think big. Be brave. Be courageous. Soar high. Soar above others. Stand on your business. God has made you victorious. He has made you a conqueror. He has already given you everything that you need to walk in the power of your calling. So as I close, I want to lead to you with this. In the Bible, eagles are often symbolized as strength and victory. But I'm going to leave you with a few principles about eagles. Number one, they fly alone and high, meaning your journey is your journey, nobody else's journey. They avoid negative influences and stick with their kind. They surround themselves with like minded people and positive people. Two, eagles have sharp vision and they keep their eyes on their target. Keep your eyes, young people, on your goals and always be watchful and prayerful. Three, eagles embrace the storms. They use the storm winds to soar higher. Use your challenges to help you rise to new heights. Four, they prepare for flight, stepping out of their comfort zone so they can grow. Sometimes you have to try new things and step out of your familiarity so you can grow. Number five, eagles are renewed in their aging. What does that mean? They shed old feathers, beaks, and claws for a fresh start. Don't take old baggage into new situations. Let go of what holds you back so that you can rise higher. Number six, and my final, they don't follow the crowd. They lead the way. It never looks behind. It always moves forward. So as you are on your journey, keep your eyes on your goals. Press towards the mark. We are what God has called us to be. We are the head and not the tail. We are above and not beneath. We are lenders and not borrowers. We are generational curse breakers. We are kings and queens. We are children of the Most High God, walking with our heads held high and never down. Lastly, eagles don't fly. They encourage us to be individuals. Stand out. Be you. Dare to soar new heights. So, in whatever you do, whatever your journey takes you, whether you are going into a job, whether you are going to a new grade, whatever God has laid on your path, go big. Thank you.